I was a little bit distracted, so I don't have a great feel for the price action. I was kind of like busy trying to finish getting some content done. I didn't get to see any pre-market price action. I was up and kind of paying attention enough to get my watch list done and stuff like that. I'm not obviously rushing to jump in anything. I never am. As I always say, I like to let the price action sit in a range first. So that's basically what I am doing right now. I'm kind of still setting up my charts, like putting what I want to keep an eye on the correct time frames. And we see out the gate, we see some strength coming, especially from Apple. As you can see right here, look, that thing's looking bullish. It went red to green, and new candle opened above it. So I am expecting the other large caps to do the same. Meta going red to green is looking kind of bullish for me right now. What looks kind of concerning is if you look at the SPY, it hasn't gone red to green. Went red to green for a minute, but now it rejected that previous close. So I feel like we could head lower here, and this could possibly be the top of the range. But you know I don't like to sell the rip that early. But I have been noticing that sometimes we get to the top of the range so fast, and that's the top of the range, and we never get back there. So I don't want to miss out on that. So I'll be looking to grab the 133s. All right, so I grabbed the 133 against my better judgment, and it's not looking like a good move, actually. Oh, my God. Look at this thing. But we could be topping out because, look, the Qs rejected red to green. The SPY is under red to green. Look, the Qs are trying to go red to green, but it's rejecting. So I want to see a rejection, and I definitely don't want to see the SPY get up there. All right? And some negative data did come out. So, you know, I'm not freaking out just because my position isn't going in my direction off the rip. I'm going to give it time to work. Because look at these wicks. See, they're selling into it. Now, this is bullish because this candle opened above this candle, and we're continuing up. And I see strength coming in the markets. So I might have to go ahead and stop out. And again, this is why I don't like to jump in off the open, but I'm going to see. Right now, the position's definitely going against me, but it could just be people bouncing it like day traders, or people, again, thinking that the bottoms are in and operating out of hopium. So let's give that time, because look at these wicks. This is selling. So whenever it's trying to bounce up, they are selling into it. And you see that? So I'm going to go ahead and move this up here like this. See if that's the top of the range. I feel like I'm right. And I might want to go ahead and size up a little bit. I don't want to be, it's too early. I mean, this is a 2-minute chart, so we're at 2, 4, 6 minutes. And I guess this is like half and half right here, so 7 minutes into the trading period. Now, what's giving me a little bit of confirmation is, look, remember I told you the Qs were going red to green, but I seen the wicks and it was rejecting. All right? And then look at the SPY. SPY never wicked up there, but it was never even able to get the body of the candle over the red to green line. And now I see Apple was looking strong. It rejected, went back down and bounced off my 120 here in VWAP kind of. And then it's trying to put in a bounce. But look at this wick rejecting off VWAP. So I think I want to go ahead and size up. And what do you think? And this is what kind of takes long, because as I'm trying to go ahead and put the order in, the limit price keeps changing. And that's where I lose a little bit of an edge at. But I went ahead and grabbed some more. So I sized up. You feel me? And I sized up based on these wicks up here. And based on, I see the SPY and the Qs looking weak. All right? And I'm also watching Meta on the 5-minute. I think I'm going to go ahead and flip to the 10-minute, though, so I can have a better grasp on what's going on here. Let me put my level on my 10-minute chart. And what I seen on the 10-minute chart, here I'll show you real quick, is see, I didn't even notice this, but look, We got wicks up here too, and this is off the 10-minute. I feel like if Meta, if it breaks past these wicks, this chop, then we need to be a little worried. And look, there's a level there. Look, it rejected off this level, not yesterday, but the day before. We see some wicking off that level here, and after hours, it acted as support here, resistance here. That level is something. Let me go back and watch this position a little closer. It looks like there's some strength trying to come in, but look at the wicking. But I do see the SPY and the Qs trying to bounce, and I'm on the wrong chart here. And again, against my better judgment, I did go ahead and jump in a little bit early, just because my trading from yesterday or the day before, I just released a series on that day where I was trading. My thesis was correct. So the reason why I kind of went against my better judgment and jumped in a little early is because going back and looking at my trades and going over them to see any mistakes that I made and try to clarify and get some straightening on them, basically how you're supposed to go, just keep a journal and log all your trades and go back over them to see the mistakes you made, etc. What I did notice on a few days where I missed out on some good gains is, because you want to wait and let the range set in, especially in this market condition, and I did that, which is the right thing to do, and especially if you're a newer trader. But what I did notice is sometimes, like a few times, maybe like 5 or 10 times, by me doing that and waiting for the range to set in, the price action was so weak that we came out and bounced a little bit, and then that was the top of the range, and we just faded for the rest of the day. So that's the only reason why, against my better judgment, I didn't wait for more of a range to set in. And now I do see some strength coming in the markets. All right, the SPY and the Qs, they're still, they haven't gone red to green, but they're on their way up there. The Qs right now is breaking above VWAP and trying to reclaim VWAP with some strength too, going up to the red to green line. And the SPY is putting in higher lows and now bouncing off this 9 EMA, right? So that's like bullish, but it's still kind of a little ways under previous close, red to green, but the Qs are trying to get there. Now this is what's concerning for me. Apple, initially washed out and rejected off to the top of the range, and that gave me some confidence to go ahead and size up a little bit. Cracked VWAP to 120 and the 9, but then it caught a bounce here off the 9, put in a higher low, and then put in a decent bounce off the 9 with follow through through the 120 and through VWAP up to the top of the range. Rejected, but then the next candle opened on the red to green line and trying to continue upward. So right now, I'm on high alert here. You feel me? Because if that phantom bullishness comes back in the market, I got to stop out.